Hi, Carrie here from My Cloud Bookkeeping. I previously made a video about recording credit card fees such as Stripe and Square that have been deducted from payments made by your customers. And since then, QuickBooks Online navigation menu and the interface have changed. So there is still a more detailed video there, if not always there. But in this video, I'll walk through two different examples of how to record these fees in a file that'll look a little more familiar to you if you're just watching this now. So here we are in the sample company, and we'll need to move to the Transactions tab. Let's pop across to the new navigation menu on the left and select Transactions. Then we can go to what I call the bank feed, which is, of course, the bank transactions. If you scroll down here, you can see a deposit on January 28. We might know that this was from Duke's basketball camp. So we're going to click Match here and see what we can find. And there's an invoice from Duke that we sent to Duke's for $900. Now, when we check that off, the full amount that was deposited into the bank shows up as $868.15. But we want to record the full payment of this invoice. So we enter $900 here. So when we scroll down, you can see that there's a difference. So we click Resolve. Scroll down a little bit more, and we have the option to allocate it. Some people just put these into bank charges. I like to have a separate category for credit card fees, so we'll just create that right now. If you scroll right up to the top, you get the option to add new. Now be sure, see how that says bank straight away? Be sure you change that to expense because we're not making a bank account, and I see this happen quite often. We'll name this account credit card fees. And oh, hold on, we want to make it bank charges. Now it changed the name. Okay, let's type credit card fees again. Yep. There we go. And we can save and close. So now, if we have a look a little further down, the total of that transaction is going to be the $868.15, and it will match. So by matching, what we've done is we've recorded the payment for the invoice and put the money in the bank. So let's go have a look in our customer. So let's have a look for Duke's, and we can see the invoice, well, before the silly pop-up, the full payment, and up at the top right, the amount owing is $0. So we know that we've collected full payment from Duke's, and if we looked at our profit and loss statement right now, we'd be able to see the credit card fees that had been deducted separately. Now, the other option, which is the one I don't really like much, is where we adjust the invoice or the sales receipt to include the credit card fee. So let's have a look down here a little further. And we can see here the payment of $218.75. Now, we know that came from Cool Cars. We just know that because Cool Cars is our customer. I love playing with Cool Cars. So let's go and have a look in there. So we have a sales receipt here, $225. So let's click in and we'll edit this. When we select edit, it will open up the sales receipt in this case for us. And then we need to create a product or service. So we want to create a product or service to map our credit card fees. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to call it credit card fees. Yours might be Square fees, Stripe fees, who knows, but that's what I'm going to choose to call them. Go to service, type credit card fees. And then we want to map it to the category that we created earlier. So this is where it's going to show up in your profit and loss statement. Save and close. And now I'm just going to simply do the math in the cell to work out how much was deducted from our $225. And save and close. Now keep in mind, you're not going to want to use this option if your customer is going to be seeing this because they don't really need to know anything about that. But we now have a fully paid sales receipt that reflects the amount we actually received. So if we go back to transactions, scroll down, you can see here it matches. We click match and we're done. Keep in mind that not all payment processors deduct fees from the settlement. If that's the case for you, you likely aren't watching this video. QuickBooks Online pays out in full and charges separately for the fees. If you're using an app to integrate, this may all be taken care of by the system. And if not, now you know how to fully receive the payment and keep track of the fees you're being charged. There are many options for processing customer payments, and you can save a significant amount of money by choosing the best option for your business. If you'd like assistance with this or anything else, QuickBooks Online, don't hesitate to reach out. Check out the links below for a checklist to help with matching deposits on the bank feed, completing month-end reconciliations, and a general month-end checklist to help you keep your numbers accurate. Also, be sure to click like and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with any changes to QuickBooks Online and explore some related apps that can save you lots of time and money.